So today in class we learned how to complete the square, which is just algebra review, but we're going to need it next class when we use completing the squares to graph circles. So when we start completing the square, geometrically this is all it means. If I have x squared, some side by some side, so it's x times x, it's x squared. This is a square. If I add 6 x's to it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to call those bars x's, so I don't know how big they are, but there's 6 of them. I'm going to try to make a perfect square with these shapes. So if I line these up over here, I could arrange them to make a square. Just lining them up, making a square. Great. So I see that I almost have a square, but I'm missing a section down here. So I want to add some amount of numbers to make this square complete. And if I notice, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces, because it's 3 by 3. So I'm adding 9, and now I have a perfect square. So when I complete the square, really all I'm doing is taking that middle term. I had 6 pieces, and I put them in 2 different groups. So I take the middle term, I put them in 2 groups. Then this is 3 by 3, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then I just multiply that by itself. 3 times 3 is 9, to find out how many pieces I need to fill that square. So to complete the square, we just do the middle term divided by 2 squared. So looking over here at this first example, if I wanted to complete the square, the first step would be to move my constant over. So I'm going to take that 7 and move it to the other side so I have room to complete the square. So I'm left with x squared plus 6x equals 7. Step 2. Once I move that over, now I want to complete the square. So I have x squared plus 6x. I want to add something to it so that I complete the square. And remember, we do b divided by 2 squared. So the middle term is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. I add 9 to both sides. Now it's a perfect square. The most important thing here is add the constant to both sides. We want to keep our equation balanced. If I add 9 to this side, I just change the equation. I got to add 9 to the other side as well to keep it balanced. So now I have x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 7 plus 9. And the last step is just to factor. So my factors of this side, what multiplies to 9 and adds to 6? That'd be x plus 3 times x plus 3, or x plus 3 squared. So we made a perfect square. And that's equal to 7 plus 9 is 16. And if you look, this kind of looks like the equation of a circle with what we worked with yesterday. So next class, we're going to complete the square and then graph circles. So try some examples on the. So if I was going to complete the square on this equation, first I move my constant over, plus 3 plus 3. So we get x squared minus 2x equals 3. Now I like to add these little blanks when I'm completing the square, so I remember to add to both sides. Now I'm going to complete the square, b divided by 2 squared. The middle term is negative 2, that's my b, divided by 2 squared, that's negative 1 squared. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So I'm going to add that to both sides. Now I just got to factor. That's x minus 1 times x minus 1. So it's x minus 1 squared equals 4. I pause the video, try the one on the right, number 1 and number 2. So on this one, move the 10 over. Negative 10 plus something. Complete the square. That's negative 8 divided by 2 squared, which will be negative 4 squared. That's 16. So that's x minus 4 squared equals 6. And the bottom one, add the 7 over, so x squared plus 6x equals 7. Complete the square. The middle term divided by 2 would be 3. 3 squared is 9. Make sure you add it to both sides. So x plus 3 squared equals 16, which is answer choice B.